So this is the beginning of my first video for the conversion of my E450 7.3 liter diesel Ford shuttle bus. It is still really light, actually. I don't have a lot of weight in it yet, so the bumps and the road noise is pretty incredible. This all started one night while my wife and I were looking at an auction house that's in our local town in Glencoe at Fahey's, and they were selling off quite a few government fleet vehicles. This one here was a shuttle bus from, I believe, Southwest Transit. You can kind of see it faded on the side. I got really interested when I saw the low miles and the 7.3 liter diesel engine because my brother had one. They're really nice. It looked like it was kind of gutted already. Looked like some of the work was done already. I did it. I put the bid in. Yeah, that's highlighted. That's me. I really didn't think I was going to win it. That bid stood for about 2 weeks. Right there. $3,100, me, for 2 weeks. I started telling people that I was the proud owner of the highest bid on a big mistake. I really had no clue what I was into because I didn't have a chance to go look at the bus. Then suddenly you find yourself paying extra fees that you didn't think about. So the 31 really became 38. Now this is where it got really fun. After finding out it had a flat tire, it wasn't running properly, and I could barely get it started. I replaced both batteries, decided to take it up to my parents' house. It was just a view of it driving. It had no. At a certain point here, you're going to see me at full throttle. Notice the speedometer now. There's a hill going to my parents' house. I can hardly climb it. And I was really wondering what I had done. Turns out that government fleet vehicles are governed. And you really pedal to the floor, can't get much out of it. This is the throttle pedal practically all the way to the floor. So now I finally gave up. I was committed. I started ripping things out. I put down insulation. I did a layer of plywood. I put the bed rails in, and I started framing. Side note, started milling lumber too. I knew I wanted live edge slabs for the inside, for the benches, for the countertops, different things like that. That's a whole nother video if you want. Also, there was a moment of regret where we tried to sell the bus right before we even did it. That moment of regret is pretty interesting. I actually got so much interest in it that we decided to keep the bus. But as you can see here, there's a lot of work put into actually getting your own lumber, if you choose to do it this way. I also had to go to the junkyard to find a passenger seat, but I think it looks pretty sharp on its own. The insurance company needed pictures of all four sides, and we need to retitle this as an RV, not as a bus. Then they needed pictures of the inside. I started this project in October and didn't really get going until late December. And as you can see, a buddy heater likes the fog, so I bought a furnace, a diesel heater. My dog does like the bus, just not always. So then, the road again. After some mechanical work, new batteries, fixed a flat tire, replaced the doghouse for noise deadening, and my brother happened to still have a microchip that he installed from his truck that made the thing get twice the power. If you have the opportunity to get a 7.3 diesel bus, put a tuner on it. It is incredible. This is now at maybe an 1/8 throttle or a 1/4 throttle. The thing has major power now. Our first first adventure was out to a local campground, and this is our first morning in the bus. The sunrise was beautiful, and it was totally worth it. So our first morning coffee, and I can kind of understand why people want to do this. Beautiful scenery, freedom, everything, but I still hadn't put curtains in this thing yet. And, well, my dog noticed we had neighbors in the morning, and that was the end of our peaceful. So there's going to be a little bit of training involved. We're going to have to dial it back. But I drove back to town that day, and I bought my first sewing machine because I know that you're not getting curtains for a bus that has 90% of its sidewall windows. This is what I got. I designed it so birch trees on gray, and the top half can fold down, or you can take them completely off, all done with snaps. And I know that comforter is hideous. But check out this black look from outside at night. See how you can see totally in the front, and even frosted windows, clear as day inside. The side, you can see right in, even with that really dark tint. But the curtains completely blocked that all out. Time for our first road trip. So we took it up north on Highway 61, the scenic route to Two Harbors, to go visit Gooseberry Falls and Duluth Park and Park Point. We had a really good time. We stopped at Betty's Pies. We had some pie. We stopped a few places. She still hasn't learned that she can't sit on things, but she will. Scenic, enjoyable, park anywhere you want, figure out where you stay. Love the scenery. Now, I'm not intending on doing this for a living. I'm not going to make a bunch of YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. You'll probably get a video once every 3 months. But let me know in the comments what you'd like to hear more about, and I'll make a video maybe.